So if you're using something other than a block tonight, you want it to be relatively soft. Hi, Gracie, you gonna join us? The kitty. So lying with your back over the block, and you're gonna bend your knees to start, come down, and you want the ridge of the block to hit middle of your low back. Have it medium, low height, but medium way across the mat. So you got a lot of support. And then as you come over, you can use your hands to guide your head down. And if you need extra support, grab your second block or grab a pillow to place underneath your head. Let your palms drop out to the side and start with knees up towards the ceiling so that you can kind of ease into your low back. Deciding for yourself how straight you want to make those legs. Once you get to a good spot, if legs are fully extended, let your toes drop out to the side. Close your eyes and let your breathing start to become forefront, not only in how deep you're breathing, but also in your thoughts. Thinking about the breath might help to even bend your elbows and place your hands right at the base of your rib cage so that you can feel your diaphragm working, the ribs rising with each inhale through your nose. And then exhale through your nose. Imagine your spine being a little bit more malleable so that it starts to form over the prop on your mat. Imagine right at the base of your spine, those vertebrae. And a little bit of extra space that is created there when you have something that you're bending over. How much more space there is too in the front of your body. Take 3 more deep breaths in, focusing on the rib cage and the solar plexus. Inhale. And then exhale out through the base of your spine. And so as the curve comes down, it's almost like the base of your spine really drops down into the earth. 2 more times. Inhale, feel your rib cage expand. Maybe energy draws up to third eye center, clearing your thoughts, clearing your mind for practice. Exhale. Down the back of the spine, out through the pelvis. Last time, inhale. Lower ribs up to third eye, clear your thoughts. And exhale, let them drop out the base of the spine. And draw your elbows in so that you can gently lift your spine up. Move your prop out of the way. Set it off to the side. And slowly lower yourself back down. Feel now you're standing straight on the mat underneath your low back. Reach for your strap. We're not going to need a loop, but if it's in there and your strap is long enough, you can just keep it. You're going to bring both feet into midline, pull your left knee in and give it a gentle squeeze. Roll out your ankle in one direction and then the other. And then take the strap across the bottom of your foot and reach it straight overhead. Now, there's a gentle curvature in your spine, so your low back isn't pressing down into the mat, but so there's a gentle rise. Grab the strap in both hands and gently pull straight down on the strap. Inhale. Activate through your right, your extended leg. Pull those toes into midline. Exhale, pull down. And inhale. And exhale. Keeping your right extended leg active, you're going to take both sides of the strap into your right hand. Flex your left foot. Take your left hand. Thumb is going to find your left hip crease. Pull that hip crease forward and down, anchor it, and then pull the foot just across midline. So it's like your left foot, like the strap is kind of dangling down over your right hip. Keep flexing that foot. You should feel a little stretch on the outside of the left leg. Take a deep breath in and out. Again, inhale. Exhale, slowly return to center. Keep your right leg active. Start to curl up. Bring both sides, both hands to either side of the strap, and gently pull yourself up. Bringing your toe a little bit closer to your knee. Inhale, curl up farther. Exhale. So using a little bit of abdominal work here. Keep that right leg extended and long. Inhale. Exhale. And then remove your hands from the strap. Gently grab the back of your leg wherever you can. So maybe it's only at the hamstring, which is actually kind of nice. You can give yourself a little massage, or maybe calf, maybe bottom of the calf. Again, take an inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Remove the strap. Bend your left knee. Give it a gentle squeeze. And then extend that left leg long. Draw your right knee in now. Give it a gentle squeeze. Some compression on the right side of the ribs. Roll your ankle out one side and then the other. And then take the strap, bring it across the bottom of your right foot. Extend that right foot straight up. And then left leg is strong, toes in towards midline. Gentle rise in your low back away from the mat. Inhale. Exhale, pull both sides of the strap down. You'll feel both of your shoulders also anchor down into the mat. Breath in and breath out. Remembering that the breath should start first and then let the breath initiate the movement. Even small activations in the muscle. Finding a gentle pulling down. And taking both sides of the strap into the left hand. Right hand is free. Take that thumb, hook it into the right hip crease. Pull it down, forward, like away from you. So you're lengthening your spine, and then anchor it into the mat. Flex your right foot, and then as you draw it across, so the strap kind of dangles now over your left hip. Press into the strap. Feel a sensation down the outside of your right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Keep those right toes flexed back. Play a little bit with where your ankle is placed so that you can feel a greater stretch on the outside. And slowly bring it back into center, keeping that left leg super strong and straight. Reach up with both hands. Capture either side of the strap. Inhale. Exhale, use the strap, curl up. So the top of your shoulders are lifted off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, curl up more. Now your low back is pressing into the mat. There's an activation in the core, and so that wraps all the way around. Draw your nose closer to your knee and your knee a little bit closer to your nose. Inhale. Exhale, release the strap. Find a place on the back of your leg where you can start to draw your face even closer to that lifted leg. Keep using your core. Breath in and out. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Slowly release your body down. Remove the strap. Bend your right knee. Give it a gentle squeeze. All right, now as you are squeezing your right knee into your chest, start to hover the left leg up off of the mat. Flex your toes as if you could spread them away from each other. Maybe they actually do start to flare. And then press through the ball of your foot. Release your hands down by your side. See if you can also spread and flare your toes on the right side. Inhale, bring both knees into center. Exhale, press the right foot forward, hovering, and draw your left knee in. Like the pistons on a locomotive. Inhale, slide through center. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then option to keep this slow or to bring in some Kapalabhati breathing. So sharp, quick exhales. Through your nose. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg extends. And then bring both knees to meet in middle. Take your hands, lift them up, bring them right behind your knees. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up so that you are gazing at your knees. All right, we're going to transition into Navasana, boat pose. So you're going to rock up and then stay lifted. Bring your calves up. Knees towards each other. Hands are behind your knees for support. Pull your chest up. Flex your toes back. Use your core here so that you're not rounding in your low back, but instead staying lifted. Bring your arms out to the side, thumbs up, and then flip your palms up so you're externally rotating your arms, opening your chest, and then lift it high. Maybe straighten your legs. Hold for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, plant them down, and slowly lower your spine down. Walk your feet in, heels right behind your hips. And then reach down, find the outside of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Press the back of your head gently down and shoulders down. Exhale, pressing through your feet. Start to lift your hips up, coming into bridge pose. Either hands can stay grabbing the side of the mat, trying to pull them apart, which will lift your chest a little bit higher, or you can interlace your hands, bringing your shoulder blades together under your back. Draw your knees towards each other and forward, crown of your head away. Breathe in through your nose and out. Keep pressing down through your feet. Notice if you've rocked to the outside edge and push more through your big toe, through the inner heel. And inhale, release your hands, and then exhale, slowly lower down. Draw both knees into your chest. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. And then plant your feet back down. So option to go back into bridge pose, or if you'd like to try wheel, even though it's a little early in class, you can follow me into it. If you'd like to stay once we get up into bridge, option to stay there. All right, so feet still directly behind the hips. Hands grab onto the outside of your mat. Press your feet down. Inhale, slowly lift your hips up. Gaze is directly up at the ceiling. Neck is long. If you'd like to follow me into bridge or wheel pose, lift both hands up. Actually, let's do this all together. So, inhale, everyone lift your arms up, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring your arms up overhead. Inhale, arms up towards the ceiling, fingertips reaching. Exhale, lower palms down, lower hips down at the same time. Inhale, up. Let the back of your hands rest on the wall or on the floor over your head. Exhale, slowly come down. Inhale, rise up, arms all the way up overhead, hips high. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, lift hips up, lift arms up overhead, stay here. Or bend your elbows. Thumbs will come by your ear, fingertips down towards your shoulders. Draw your elbow tips in. Inhale, press up, and then rest the crown of your head gently on the mat. Maybe walk your hands a little bit closer in towards your shoulders. Pull your shoulder blades together and draw your knees towards each other. Slowly start to press your arms towards straight if you're going into full wheel pose. Draw your knees towards each other. Gaze is towards the wall behind you. Take an inhale and exhale. One more time, deep breath in. Chin in towards chest. Exhale, slowly lower down onto your shoulders. Extend your arms. Inhale. Exhale, everyone. Slowly lower hips down, arms down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. And then roll onto one side. Slowly coming all the way over into all fours. We're going to move into a quick downward or a quick dolphin pose. Nice chest opener after that bridge. So hands will come down, grab opposite biceps, walk your elbows in, holding onto the biceps, and then re-straighten your forearms. Palms coming down, spread your fingers, thumbs towards each other. Gaze down just in between your wrists. Take a breath in, tuck your toes. Exhale, lift your feet up. Let your neck drape down long. Crown of your head lifted. Inhale, walk your toes in. maybe a little bit wide. Exhale, let your heels drop down as you press your forearms down into the mat. Try and keep your spine as a long string dangling down from your hips so that there's not a big kink right at your neck, right above your shoulders. And you can start to use the weight of your head to lengthen right at the base of your spine, low back. Continue to press your thumbs and your pointer finger down into the mat. Take an inhale. Maybe lift your heels high, walk your toes in. Exhale, press through your forearms, heels drop down. Inhale again here. Maybe making your toes a little bit closer in towards your elbows. Exhale. Relax your neck even more. Think about space forming between each vertebrae in this inversion. One more time, inhale. Exhale, slowly lower your knees down to the mat. Open your knees wide, big toes together to touch. And press your hips back. Relax your forehead down, child's pose. Take a deep breath in. Out. Your gaze, inhale, come forward. Onto all fours, tuck your toes, lift up plank, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. Press your hands down into the mat, arms shoulder width distance apart, gentle bend in your knees in this down dog, and then gaze back at your feet. Keep pressing your hands down. Walk your toes in a little bit closer. Pull your right palm up so you have a spider hand on your right side. Keep actively pressing through the left and then reach the right hand back along the right side. See if you can capture the right knee, calf, or ankle. All right, from there, either stay grounded through both feet or start to lift up the left heel. Maybe left toes. Find some balance. Cross the body. As you lift the left leg, notice if your left hip wants to rise too. Try and use your low back to stabilize. So low back and core are working to keep your hips square. Slowly bring the left foot down and place the right hand back down. Take a breath in here in your shortened down dog. And then inhale, pull the left palm up. Make sure that your right fingers are spread and you have a nice strong base. Reach your left hand back. Find a good thing to grab onto. So making that connection helps in this balanced posture. So again, if it's behind the knee, calf, or ankle, grab a hold of something with that left hand. Start to lift the right hand up. Or not right hand, right heel up. Slowly, maybe right toes start to hover. Potentially right leg starts to lift. Using your low back and core, keep the hips square so the right hip doesn't rise. Gaze steady. Right leg slowly comes down and left hand comes back. Step back, one footprint, then inhale, come forward into your plank position. Feet hip width distance apart, inhale. Exhale, drop both heels over to the left side. If you need to take a modification, you can always bring that left knee down to the mat. Inhale, draw both heels back up to center, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, over to the right. Heels over to the right. Again, right knee can always come down. Inhale, back into center. Exhale, drop both heels over to the left. The left palm down. Reach the right arm up. Side plank. Right arm comes back down. Inhale, lift both heels up. Exhale, both heels over to the right. Right arm stays grounded, stabilized. Inhale, bring your left hand up. Slowly come back into center. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, slowly lower down to the mat. You can always bring your knees down first. All right, untuck your toes. Bring your arms down by your side. Chin to the mat. Stretch your legs long and strong. Now lift head, neck, and shoulders up. And then palms are by your hips, start to elevate them, thumbs down, pinkies up. Draw your shoulder blades together on your back and lengthen. Gaze is straight down at the mat so that your low neck, head stays more in line with your spine. And then start to lift both legs up. Keep those legs strong. Feel your low back start to strengthen and engage. Also your core. Inhale. Exhale. Think about pressing through the balls of your feet and the crown of your head. Maybe lift your arms up a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale, lower everything down. Bring one cheek to the mat. Relax your body. Feel your low back like a puddle. Melt, widen, relax. Bring your chin back into center. Find your strap and bring it out in front of you. Both hands will grab onto the strap. Try and keep it about shoulder width distance apart, a little bit wider maybe. Lift head, neck, and chest up. Gaze more in between your elbows. And then start to reach your arms up. A little bit harder. See if you can now activate your legs, lift legs up. Reach your arms forward, feet back. Ooh, low back working hard here. Strong core. Breathe in and out. And inhale. Exhale. Last time, breath in and out. Slowly lower everything down to the mat. Move the strap to the side. Palms down by your side. Bring opposite cheek down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Release, relax all the muscles in your low back. And deep breath in and out. Can you make yourself flatter? Can you make yourself relax completely into the earth? Another deep breath in and out. Inhale, slowly bring your chin into center. Pull your palms up and place them under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Inhale, slowly press yourself up to plank. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Feeling the warm up in your body. Noticing where you feel a little bit of heat, a little bit of activation, a little buzzing of energy. Inhale, slowly lift the left leg high. Exhale, bring your left toes back down right where your heel was. Work on keeping your hips square. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, left toes down. Tap. Last time, inhale, high. Exhale, this time stack your hips. So opening your hips to the left side, bend your left knee as though you could touch your left heel to your right glute. Straighten. So feel the opposite, hip square again. Bend your knee, and this time bring your thigh to your ribs. Roll forward and plant your left foot down by your left thumb. Spider your fingers, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, lower your right knee down, press the top of your right foot down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. If you need to, you can always cushion underneath that right leg, right knee. We're gonna bring this into heel to butt, little quad stretch. Start to bend your right knee. Reach back with your right hand, capture that foot, or lasso it if you need to with the strap. Draw your right shoulder back forward, right hip back forward. Hips are square. Notice right here, as soon as you grabbed that top of your foot, have you started to feel a crunch in your low back? If you did, just take this up for a little bit of visual. So if you started to get some wrinkles in your low back, it's probably because you let go of that belly. Pull your belly back in. Let your core support your low back and start to strengthen it. Gaze is still forward. You can lift that left arm up. Draw your left knee forward. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to lower both hands down, release that foot. Inhale here. Exhale, start to straighten your front leg. Coming into Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Hands framing the front shin. Inhale. Exhale, chest down towards your shin. More time, breath in and out. Pull that heel in, place your left foot back down. Tuck your back toes. Straighten your right leg. Lift your right knee up. And then inhale, come up into a high lunge. Again, we're going to test and strengthen through our low back in this next posture. Start by bringing your hands down to your hips. Hinge forward. Move the weight into the front foot and come to standing, lifting the right toes up. So this transition can be one movement, or it can be a drawing of the right toes forward and then lifting up. Keeping your hands at your hips keeps more of the weight centered over your standing left leg. Hands at the hips are also going to help you correct any lifting of that right hip and bringing it down. Lift your toes up so the right leg is parallel with the ground. Gaze straight down. Engage the core, lengthen. Feel the strength here of your low back. If you'd like to extend both arms forward overhead, Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Take a deep breath in and out. Again, inhale. Whew. Exhale, one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly fold, bring both hands down. If you need to, you can take blocks, place them underneath your hands for standing splits. Try and keep that right leg elevated. If you feel like, wow, my left leg is really burning, this is actually a great time to do a little practice in handstand, rocking forward, hands down, maybe kicking up, maybe doing kick flips. Your body just wants to get off of that leg and just feels a little bit lighter. All right, hands on the blocks or hands on the floor. Slowly step back. Move the blocks out of the way. Both legs back. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Bend your knees. Reach back with your right hand. Capture your right ankle. Left hand, left ankle. Now, if you cannot get feet, you can use your strap and bring it around your ankles. Grab the strap with either hand. So that's a great option. If you have your ankles, flex your feet. Pull shoulder heads back. Keep your gaze about a foot in front of your mat. Then start to press your feet straight up towards the ceiling, feet flexed. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, feel your core activate, supporting your low back. You'll find a little rock back. Exhale, little rock forward. One more time, breath in. And out, slowly release, melt. Bringing one ear down. Feeling your shoulders shrug forward. Feel the muscles of your belly release and relax and melt down into the mat. Slow down your breathing. Find a steady, even cadence. Relax the muscles of your legs. And slowly bring your chin back into center. Legs straighten behind you. Palms under your shoulders, tuck your toes. Inhale, press up, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Hips stay square. Exhale, tap your right toes down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Like a pulley system. Inhale up. Low back has to shorten on the right side to support this. And now open your hips. So it's like you kind of always want to open your hips. Now's your chance. So you get it out of your system and then re-square your hips. Bring your thigh into your ribs. Come forward and plant your right foot down. Pull your chest forward. Lower your right or your left knee down. Top of the left foot down. Inhale. Sweep both of your arms up. Anjaneyasana. Low lunge. Again, notice if you're collapsing in your low back, you'll feel just like these wrinkles in your skin. Instead, pull yourself more upright. Use your core so that you have length to engage the muscles in your low back. Keep your gaze forward. Support underneath your left knee if you have a thin mat. Bend your left knee, reach back with the left hand, heel to butt. Draw your right knee forward. Right arm can be up or right hand can be on your right thigh supporting you. Steady your gaze, inhale and exhale. Our time, deep breath in Exhale, slowly release the left foot down. Bring both hands down. Tuck your back toes. Straighten your left leg nice and strong. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Bend deeply into your front foot, front knee. And then bring both hands to your hips. So you've got a reminder to keep them nice and square. Lean forward, making that transition. It can be one graceful movement, a dragging of the left toe up, and then transitioning onto your right foot. Hands at your hips, lower the left hip down, lift the left heel high, gaze is straight down so that your leg lifted and your torso are parallel. Draw your navel up and in, strong core, strong low back. Inhale, exhale. If you'd like to inhale, reach your arms forward, take 3 breaths. Right, so your fingers press through your feet, inhale. Exhale. Stretch longer, inhale. Keep that left hip down, exhale. Last time, deep breath in and out. Both hands slowly down to the mat. Finding your blocks if you'd like to. Standing forward fold, or standing splits. And then if you played around with kicking up, inhale. Exhale all of the air out. And then keeping the left leg straight, slowly step back, both feet into plank, inhale, exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. From here, prop up onto your forearms. Whew. All right, nice and hot and sweaty. We're going to do Dhanurasana or floor bow, again with the strap. So, if you have an actual yoga strap, then I'd like you to make a loop with it. So, if you have one with D-rings, then you can actually come up onto your knees. And I'd like you to make a very large loop with it, as big as it'll go. If you're using something like a scarf or a belt, then make a knot in it so that you, again, have a really big loop. And then slowly come back down onto your belly, forearms down. You're gonna bend your knees. Take the strap and loop it around both of your feet at the ankles, and then bring it over one shoulder. Let us work on that low back one last time. So you're gonna reach the right arm up, thumb inside that strap. Start to kick back with your feet, lower your chest down, reach up with your left hand, find the strap. So thumbs are on the inside, fingers are wrapping around the outside, heels in towards your glute. Now start to kick your feet and your hands so that you're doing Dhanurasana, floor bow, really having to work a little bit more core to find your balance here. Pulling your hands forward, kicking your feet back. Gazes forward. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees. Slowly come down. Move the strap off to the side. This time, plant both hands on top of each other and rest your forehead down onto the back of your hands. Feet can be as wide as your mat. Again, relax your belly down. Closing your eyes, letting your body melt, relax after that Dhanurasana floor bow variation. And then slowly bend your knees, feet up in the air, and then just windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Starting to feel a little rock and rotation right around your SI joints, right at the base of spine meeting into pelvis. And extend your legs, bring your palms by your side, scoot over to one side of the mat, and just roll over onto your back. Plant your feet on the mat, arms down by your side. Bring your right knee up and over your left. Let both knees drop to the left side. If you would like to, you can always place a block underneath it to support you. And keeping your left hand on the outside of your right knee, extend your right arm out to the right side for a supine spinal twist. If you need more opening and extension at the bottom lumbar spine, then with your left hand, guide your knees a little bit higher up towards your armpits. Or if you want it to be a little bit more of a twist, then keep your knees farther down, more in the plane of your hips. Feel that even in this twist, your spine is an axis, a line of energy, which your body rotates around. Slow down your breathing in and out through your nose. And then gently roll your knees back into center. Bring your hands down by your side. Unwind right leg over. Plant the right foot down on the ground. Lift the left knee up and bring that over your right. Let both knees drop to the right side. Use your right hand to anchor the outside of your left knee and extend the left arm out to the left side. Make any adjustments with the placement of your knees so that you feel like this pose is getting to wherever you need that extra release point. Maybe more of a stretch, a twist, a wringing out, or a lengthening or rounding in your low back to bring in a little extra space. Slowly come back into center. Unwind your legs. Feet down. Inhale, slowly lift up your pelvis. And then lower your hips all the way down so that your spine is now back in the center of your mat. So I'd like to offer Halasana or plow pose. So a couple caveats before we get into that. It's very important that you keep your neck in line with your spine in this pose, so gaze is straight up, and that you don't move your gaze from side to side when you get up into it. Now, this is a pretty intense stretch in the back. It's kind of like what we did at the beginning of class over the block, but opposite side of the body. So if you've never done Halasana or plow pose, just watch me. Also, some people really like having a little extra cushion underneath their shoulders in this pose. And if you'd like that, you can either grab a blanket and then set the blanket so that it's supporting underneath your low back, or you can fold up your mat a little bit so that you have a little ridge and your shoulders will line up on that ridge. All right, so watch me first if you've never done plow pose before. Feet come up, hands down by your side. You'll press into the mat to lift your hips up and then bring them overhead. Legs are long. It's a very intense stretch on the spine, on the low back. Do not move. I'm gazing directly up at my knees. Maybe toes don't touch the ground, and that's fine. You can use your mat and grab onto it to kind of decide how far you go. You could also place blocks overhead so that your toes would hit the blocks instead of the ground. Okay, so everybody together now. If you don't want to do Halasana, you know it's not great for you, then just take legs up the wall pose. You can also lift up, place a block there, do legs up the wall pose that way. It's also a great option. All right, so feet up. And then if you're going into Halasana, plow pose, hands down by your side, press into the mat to lift your hips up. Shoulders kind of shimmy together, and then feet overhead. You can walk your shoulders more underneath your hips. Notice if your breathing gets a little bit shallow. There's a lot of constriction in the chest. So see if you can move the breath more into the back of the lungs and the bottom tip of the lungs. And slowly lift legs up. Lower your spine down. Bend your knees, bring your feet down. Inhale. And exhale, straighten your legs, letting your feet open up wide, toes dropping out to the side, palms up. Draw your shoulder blades together under your back and chest. Relax and let your body rest in Shavasana. Noticing the slight lift underneath your low back. And as you breathe in, feeling first the breath just behind the navel rise up. And then down, as if the navel was a drain and it could just drop out the other side. Through your spine, down into the mat. Inhale behind your navel, fill up. And then exhale, let the breath drain out. Again, inhale behind your navel. Belly rises. And exhale, flushing the low back. Taking a couple natural breaths, not dictating where it goes. Feeling it. So your breath is just washing over your body. Slowly bend your knees. Place them down on the mat. Your feet rather down on the mat. Feel a little bit more of a grounding here in your low back. Let your knees drop over to one side and roll all the way over. Gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Hands together at heart center. Inhale, draw your thumbs up to third eye. Be curious. Follow your breath. Namaste.